Very legitimate chance to hoist a state championship trophy. They're playing as well as anybody in Class 2A right now. Their two losses, one was to Pell City, Class 6A team, and then they state champion from Georgia. They opened with Pierce County and lost. Those are the only two games. And of course, last week they beat Blount out of Mobile 25-14. Last night we told you they were a big winner down at Coosa 58-13. So this team in our area, they've got a legitimate chance to host that trophy.
I heard Coach Probst talk about the next 3 weeks. He said the next 3 weeks would really determine if they had a good shot at winning the state championship. And I kind of looked at his schedule, and the 3 games he's got left, he's going to be the favorite big time in them. But I understand what he's saying. You can't go through your even though you're a better football team than the next 3 teams you're going to play, you've got to prepare and you've got to get better each week. If you go backwards, sometimes you can't catch up. So that's why he was talking about it. In the next 3 weeks, if they played and prepared, he felt like they had a chance to win the state championship.
And the Plainview Bears, they were a big winner last week over Sylvania, 34-7. The Bears off to a 5-0 start. I think the last time that Plainview had an unbeaten regular season, you had to go all the way back to 1999. You know, they had a great run in the 90s. They won over 100 games in that decade. But the Bears off to a great start, and, they've got a big game tonight, but their bigger games are coming up the next couple of weeks. They've got North Jackson and Madison Academy coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Playing with a lot of confidence. I think that's a big part of them. They are got a group that's played together and playing very well right now.
Some of the top performances last week in our area, a couple, maybe 3 guys from up at Collinsville last week as Collinsville beat Sandrock. Listen to these stats, Coach. Mason McAteer, the quarterback, was 18 of 19, 334 yards, 4 touchdowns passing. He rushed for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gavin Lang, a receiver, 7 catches, 207 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Silas Adams, 7 catches, 167 yards and a touchdown.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't remember having numbers like that, but that's pretty good.
Mason McAteer, great night for him. Of course, his granddad, Ernie Willingham, is the head football coach. They've got a big matchup tonight, a game that you can hear right here on Power 107.5 with Geraldine. And we'll talk more about that game coming up later on in the program today. Over in Piedmont, another big night for their sophomore quarterback, Cole Adams. Again, 8 of 9 passing, 291 yards and 4 touchdowns. His favorite receiver was Raleigh Pinto. 4 receptions, 166 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's special, I'm telling you. He can run, and when he catches it, he's hard to tackle. And the quarterback, I think he's getting better each week too.
He stepped up. Cole Austin, only a sophomore, having a great year as Piedmont stays unbeaten, ranked number 2 in Class 3A in the state. Keyshawn Woods over at Cherokee County, he's quietly having one of the best years in the area as a running back. He had 260 yards and 3 touchdowns against Shades Valley last week. That was a little tougher game than I think maybe Cherokee County expected it to be, as Shades Valley brought the fight to them, but Keyshawn Woods was the bell cow for Coach Kelly last week.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that game on the TV channel, and it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I think Cherokee County put away late, but Shades Valley played with them.
And again, as a football coach, Coach Kelly there, he scheduled Shades Valley a 6A team, and he wants to play up. He wants some tough competition to prepare his team for what's ahead in the playoffs.
Yeah, anytime you're I've seen coaches they look at their region schedule, and sometimes you need to play tough competition because and play in Shades Valley, a bigger school. They have more players, I'm sure, and this probably helped him a lot. It wouldn't have helped him if he got lost, I don't think, but I think they learned some things.
Yeah, Keyshawn Woods having a great year, over 1,100 yards rushing in their 6 games so far this year. Kay Davis at North Sand Mountain, that's another team that's having an unbeaten season, is North Sand Mountain, a Thundering Herd. Kay Davis, 222 yards and 3 touchdowns against Valley Head. And we talked about Plainview a bit earlier, having a great season. One of the reasons they're having a great season is their quarterback, Owen Hope. He was rushed for 137 yards and a couple of touchdowns. He also was 13 of 17 passing for 139 yards. And, Coach, it goes back to what we've talked about on the program many times, is balance. And when you're balanced on offense, it gives defense a lot of problems.
Yeah, Dale's really changed his philosophy. Used to they run the wing tee and they just run it right at you, and now he's evolved over the last. He's been doing it for so long, throwing the football. And, of course, Brad Bruce is, I think, running his offense for him, and Brad likes to throw it around too.
Yeah, he's had a staff that's been there for several years, and his defensive coordinator's not real bad either.
Well, I've heard of him, but, he's not bad.
And Jeremy Pruitt's a pretty good defensive coordinator, I think. Congratulations to our Student Athletes of the Week, Aiden Heinrich, who plays football at Galesville High School, and Sarah Graham, who plays volleyball at Sylvania High School. Student Athlete of the Week is made possible each and every week by Bring Your Own Bids Retail at Mike Richards Automotive.
Attention football fans, this season don't let slow internet make you miss a single touchdown, tackle, or triumph. With our gigabit fiber internet, you get blazing fast speeds that keep you in the game. Stream every play in crystal clear HD. Blitz through online stats and video chat with fellow fans, all with zero lag. Don't fumble your connection, score big with our unbeatable fiber service. Call FTC and get your gigabit fiber internet just in time for the big game. Stay connected, stay ahead, stay unstoppable. Visit farmerstel.com or call us at 866-638-2144. FTC, we keep you connected.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Hi, I'm Jason Simpson with Randy Jones & Associates, your local trusted choice insurance agency and proud supporter of the Aggies. We don't just work here, we live here. We know Albertville, and for over 40 years, we've been helping our neighbors protect what matters most. From your home and car to your business and future, we've got you covered with smart, affordable insurance tailored just for you. Come see us on Highway 431 in Albertville or give us a call at 256-878-3271 for your free, no-obligation quote. And you know what we say, go Aggies!
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Looking for a rental car? Citywide Auto Rentals is your solution. We have 4 locations in Scottsboro, Albertville, Fort Payne, and Gadsden. Every single rental comes with unlimited mileage at no extra cost, giving you the freedom to go anywhere you want. Our process is fast and easy. Find the perfect vehicle for your next trip. Visit one of our 4 locations or go online to citywideautorentals.com.
Hey guys, it's Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner, Southern Elite Realty. It's Friday evening and time for some Friday night football. We're proud of the many years being a part of the Friday Night Scoreboard family. Be sure to slow down, come together with friends and family, and go support your team, making memories. When you think real estate, think Southern Elite Realty and Southern Elite Auctions. Check us out at mysouthernerelite.com or southerneliteauctions.com. Call today and let's call it sold.
Fall savings this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Prairie Fresh boneless pork chops family pack, $2.79 a pound. Raw shrimp, peeled and deveined, 16 ounce, $7.99 each. Preferred Angus beef New York strip steak family pack, $9.99 a pound. Mandarin oranges 3-pound bag, $3.99 each. Michigan grown apples 5-pound bag, New Crop Gala or Gold, $3.99 each. Niagara drinking water 24-pack bottles, 3 for $10. Domino's Pizza 14 to 19 ounce, $4.99 each at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
And welcome back into Game Day. Jeff Allen along with the coach, Jeff Milwee and Dale Stallings. Glad to have you along as we get set for Week 7 of the high school football season. Let's look at the schedule tonight. We're going to talk about some of the games in 6A and 7A tonight. We'll begin in Class 7A. We've told you the Albertville Aggies are open this week. They're off and enjoying a fall break. The Aggies 1-5, now 1-3 in region play. They'll play Huntsville next week in the region. Other games in 7A Region 4 tonight, you've got Austin playing at Huntsville tonight. Bob Jones is hosting Sparkman. It's Florence last night. They defeated James Clemens 21-17. Coach, in this region, Austin is the only team right now that's unbeaten in the region. There's a lot of 2-1 teams, and of course, last night Florence wins to go 3-1 over James Clemens. But as we get into the second half of the season, it's not like the games are more important, but very important games coming up.
Yeah, I think Austin is the best team in this region. Looking at who they got left on the schedule, they're going to be the favorite to win that region. But after that, even Iberville's got a shot at it. If they get after folks, and everybody else has got a loss.
The Aggies have Huntsville, then they've got, I believe, James Clemens and Bob Jones before they close out with Gunnersville later in the season. Looking at 7A Region 3, there's some big games there tonight. You've got Hillcrest, Tuscaloosa, hosting Tuscaloosa County. Prattville is traveling to Vestavia Hills. You've got Hoover, who is bouncing back. Hoover's 3-3 on the season. They're actually 1-2 in region play. They play at Oak Mountain, but the big one tonight, the one that Coach has already told me that he's going to watch some of this game, is number 3 Thompson is playing at number 1 Hewitt-Trussville. I believe this is the first time in school history, in at least Class 7A, that Hewitt-Trussville has been number 1, and they get to host Thompson this week.
Yeah, if you want to watch a game where you're going to see future college football players, watch this game. There's some prospects on both of these teams, and Hewitt right now is playing well. Thompson has struggled a little bit. Their quarterback has been a little off, but he's a good player. He's been starting since he was an 8th grader. So this is going to be a great game. They play at Hewitt, so that's a plus for them.
Coach, can I say, at least possibly, in my opinion, you look at Hoover with 2 losses, at Vestavia's with 2 losses, you've got Hillcrest with 2 losses. The winner of this game likely will be the region champion.
I think
because
you're right. Yeah.
They'll have the head-to-head over them, and the others will have 2 losses, and they'll only have 3 games left to play.
I think you're right. I thought Hoover was dead in the water, and they beat Parker number 1 team in the 6A last week. So, they're coming around.
Let's move to Class 6A tonight, and we'll look at some of the 6A matchups. Of course, in 6A Region 8, Hazel Green is open this week. You've got Southside. They'll be hosting May Jemison. May Jemison 2-1 in the region. Southside is 1-1. Then you've got Lee playing at Gadsden City, and the game that we're going to talk about right here is the Buckhorn and Fort Payne game. Buckhorn comes in 4-1 on the year, 2-1 in region play. The Fort Payne Wildcats are defending region champion, and they're 2-0 right now, Coach. They've won 5 in a row over this Buckhorn team, and this will be the 12th meeting between Buckhorn and Fort Payne. Fort Payne has won 9 of those 12 meetings. Last year, Fort Payne, a 42-7 win over Buckhorn. And again, Coach Elmore, after losing in week 1, which they won in week 0 against Scottsboro, lost to Gunnersville, again, they bounced back with some strong performances with wins over Southside, May Jemison, and Mortimer Jordan last week on the road.
Yeah, they played well, and they lost a ton last year, and they was rebuilding a little bit. But Fort Payne, they always have a lot of kids out, and they're playing good right now. So this is a big game. I didn't realize Buckhorn was going to be that good this year, but they're 4-1 playing hard.
Coach David Green's in his first year. He comes into Buckhorn, and their only loss so far has been to Gadsden City. They traveled to Gadsden City a couple of weeks ago, and they were defeated by the Titans 31-6. But wins over Decatur and Athens and Hazel Green and Lee, they were open last week and getting ready to play. And I'm sure as a coach for Coach Elmore, you've got to wonder what may they have changed after the first 4 or 5 games of the season, going into the last part of the season, because this is a huge game for Buckhorn. If they can get this one, they can get right back in maybe hosting in the first round of the state playoffs.
Yeah, you don't. I don't think you change a lot. You probably look at stuff and see what you do better, what you're good at, and you work on that and take out stuff you don't do well on. So that's how I used to do the off-week stuff.
Buckhorn is off to their best start since 2007 when they started 5-1. They finished the year 7-4 that year. Parker Turley has done well as a sophomore quarterback. He's passed for over 800 yards, and Dujon Rosario is their running back. Last week for the Fort Payne Wildcats, a big night for Caden Adams, the running back, rushed for 126 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he had a receiving touchdown. That young man scored all 5 touchdowns, but Blake Griggs waited his turn, and he's the senior quarterback. He was the backup to Varnador for a couple of years. He stepped in, and he's done a good job in running this offense for Coach Chris Elmore.
Yeah, they always have a good quarterback, and they're always well coached and don't make a lot of mistakes. So it sounds like he's got another good one.
Some other 6A matchups for tonight. You've got Decatur. They're hosting Columbia. You've got Muscle Shoals. They're traveling to Athens tonight. And, again, you look at this region, it looks like, Coach, that Muscle Shoals and Hartselle are the best 2 teams in that region now.
And I think they play in 2 weeks, but that will be for the region championship. Those are 2 great teams.
And then you look at 6A Region 8, Oxford trying to battle back. They're 3-3 on the year. They're 2-1. But also one of the surprise teams this year to me is Pell City. Pell City is off to a 4-1 start, and Oxford travels to Pell City. I think the best team possibly in this region right now, after last week seeing Clay Chalkville defeat Thompson, is Clay Chalkville, but they've got a challenge tonight as they go to Mountain Brook.
Yeah, that's always a tough game. They get after each other. I think Mountain Brook is struggling a little bit this year, but Clay, I watched them play against Thompson, and they are loaded, and they play hard, and they'd be my pick to probably win the Class 6A.
Well, again, if they win tonight, they've got Clay Chalkville in a couple of weeks, and that would probably be for the region championship. When we come back, we're going to talk about 4 and 5A matchups here on game night. Congratulations to Christian Ramirez of Albertville High School. Christian is this week's Marshall DeKalb Electric Lineman of the Week. Each week during the regular season, Marshall DeKalb awards a Lineman of the Week honor. Thanks for listening this afternoon to Game Night.
Attention football fans, this season don't let slow internet make you miss a single touchdown, tackle, or triumph. With our gigabit fiber internet, you get blazing fast speeds that keep you in the game. Stream every play in crystal clear HD. Blitz through online stats and video chat with fellow fans, all with zero lag. Don't fumble your connection, score big with our unbeatable fiber service. Call FTC and get your gigabit fiber internet just in time for the big game. Stay connected, stay ahead, stay unstoppable. Visit farmerstel.com or call us at 866-638-2144. FTC, we keep you connected.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Hi, I'm Jason Simpson with Randy Jones and Associates, your local trusted choice insurance agency and proud supporter of the Aggies. We don't just work here, we live here. We know Albertville, and for over 40 years, we've been helping our neighbors protect what matters most. From your home and car to your business and future, we've got you covered with smart, affordable insurance tailored just for you. Come see us on Highway 431 in Albertville or give us a call at 256-878-3271 for your free, no obligation quote. And you know what we say, go Aggies.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Looking for a rental car? Citywide Auto Rentals is your solution. We have 4 locations in Scottsboro, Albertville, Fort Payne, and Gadsden. Every single rental comes with unlimited mileage at no extra cost, giving you the freedom to go anywhere you want. Our process is fast and easy. Find the perfect vehicle for your next trip. Visit one of our 4 locations or go online to citywideautorentals.com.
Hey guys, it's Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner, Southern Elite Realty. It's Friday evening and time for some Friday night football. We're proud of the many years being a part of the Friday Night School Board family. Be sure to slow down, come together with friends and family, and go support your team, making memories. When you think real estate, think Southern Elite Realty and Southern Elite Auctions. Check us out at mysouthernelite.com or southerneliteauctions.com. Call today and let's call it so.
Fall savings this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Prairie Fresh boneless pork chops family pack, $2.79 a pound. Raw shrimp, peeled and deveined, 16 ounce, $7.99 each. Preferred Angus beef New York strip steak family pack, $9.99 a pound. Mandarin oranges 3-pound bag, $3.99 each. Michigan grown apples 5-pound bag, New Crop Gala or Gold, $3.99 each. Niagara drinking water 24-pack bottles, 3 for $10. Domino's Pizza 14 to 19 ounce, $4.99 each at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
And welcome back into Game Night. Jeff Allen along with Coach Jeff Milwee. Looking at some final scores from last night, it was Florence over James Clemens 21-17. Hartselle shut out Coleman 24-0. That's one of the oldest rivalries in the state, of course. Albertville, Gunnersville, the oldest, but that was the 104th renewal of that rivalry last night as Hartselle shut out Coleman at home 24-0. In Class 5A in Birmingham last night, it was Winona over John Carroll 33-14. In 4A action, it was Randolph defeating DAR 45-15. St. John Paul picks up their second win of the year as they beat New Hope 35-27. In Class 2A last night, it was Coosa Christian. They rolled over Cleveland 58-13, and Faultville in a non-region game defeated Decatur Heritage 57-16. Looking at some of the big 5A matchups for tonight in 5A Region 8, you've got Gunnersville, Coach, playing a non-region game against Grissom tonight as they travel to Huntsville to take on Grissom. You've got Scottsboro ranked number 9 this week. They're hosting Brewer. Arab plays at Douglas, and Sardis is at Boaz. Looking at 5A Region 6, you've got Springville at Jacksonville. You've got Moody ranked number 4 playing Center Point. And the big game in that region tonight is Leeds and St. Clair County. Leeds ranked number 8, St. Clair County ranked number 10. And tonight they play at St. Clair County in Odenville. And that's a team that over the last several years has really gotten better and better, and that's St. Clair County.
St. Clair's grown so much; they've turned into a pretty good athletics in the schools, and it's good to see them play. They're playing a Leeds team. I'm not sure about Leeds. Has been pretty good up until they played Jacksonville about 2 weeks ago, and Jacksonville really put it on them.
But again, they bounced back,
Yeah,
and
they
they're
did.
5-1. They're 2-1 in region play. This is a big game because it looks like Moody, obviously the best team in 5A Region 6. So this could be for a home playoff berth between Leeds and St. Clair County, the winner of that one tonight. Looking at 5A Region 8, got a couple of big local games coming up. It's homecoming for the Boaz Pirates. It's a 74th meeting between Boaz and Sardis. Boaz has won 46 of the 73 meetings up to this point. Of course, Boaz won last year 35-14, and Boaz has won 5 in a row in this series. And, Coach, the Pirates coming off possibly their best performance of the year last week.
Yeah, I thought they played well last week against a good little Geraldine team. I mean, Geraldine got after them, and I think they had some injuries, but defensively, Boaz is getting better each week. I think their linebackers, Braden Bennett has played well in the middle, and they're getting better, and that's what you expect out of a Luke Pruitt coach team.
And again, I have to take my hats off to Coach Pruitt and the coaching staff. Last year at this time, Boaz, in the same situation, goes to Geraldine, and they overlooked Geraldine. I mean, Geraldine's a 3A team. It rained. It wasn't a good night. Everything was against the Pirates, and they laid an egg.
That's right.
I think every one of them would believe they laid an egg. But this year, they were ready. They came in. They didn't do a whole lot on offense because Geraldine's a pretty good football team, but they did enough to shut out a Geraldine team that had been scoring a lot of points as a great night.
That was the big surprise. Them shutting Geraldine, I figured Geraldine would score because they've been scoring on people all year, and they just play hard and get after folks. But, this game this week, you can't take Sardis lightly. Because, even though they're having a tough year and a lot going on, this is a big, big game.
This is the biggest game of the season, wouldn't you say, for the Sardis Lions?
Absolutely,
And that their coaching staff and Coach Brooks is using that it's homecoming at Boaz.
And they made us homecoming, so they think we're not very good.
I'm guessing at some point in time in your career you were homecoming for somebody, and you probably used that as try to be motivation for your football team.
Absolutely. And, I played in the Sardis Boaz game. I coached in the Sardis Boaz game. I know what it means as a player and as a coach, and you can't take them lightly.
Sardis has played a murderous row.
Oh, yes.
The last few weeks. You start with Arab, a tough game at home that they lost by 6 points. Then you turn around and you play Gunnersville. And then you play Scottsboro, which is probably the two best teams in their region. Then you just turn around and travel to Death Valley at Alexandria last week. And, Alexandria had a great night down there in the Valley last week, 51-13 over Boaz. So this team comes in a little bit wounded, 0-3 in the region. They're 1-5 overall, and they would like to turn around their football season tonight.
Yeah, and they are probably as close a football team after what happened the last few weeks than they have been in a long time. And I've heard kids and parents talk about what all's going on, and, it just gives you cold chills. But they'll be ready to play.
I think Boaz is going to have to defend the pass. I don't know that they've had to do that so far this year. I know in the Jamboree against St. Clair County, they passed the ball silly against them. But I think Sardis is going to come in throwing the football with Grant Coe at quarterback, Lamont Richardson, Xavier Pippin, and then Levi Martin's just a tough running back in the backfield. But to win this game, I think Sardis is going to have to do it through the air to beat Boaz.
I do too, and and there's a key: can Sardis offensive line hold up against Boaz's defensive front?
Yeah, and Presley fan again, another big night for Presley last week. 124 yards rushing and a touchdown on the season. He's right at 900 yards rushing through the first 5 games for the Boaz Pirates. Another big game in the area tonight is the Douglas Eagles. This is a big game for Douglas. If they want to get a playoff berth, it's almost a must for them tonight as they host the Arab Knights down at Arthur Jarvis Stadium. Of course, they've never beaten Arab. Arab's 5-0 against the Douglas Eagles all time. Last year, it was the Knights winning a 42-7 victory over the Douglas Eagles. Douglas comes in after a big win at New Hope last week, 41-7 win. Big night for Keelan Green, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Trey Crenshaw, he's just an explosive play waiting to happen. He's a tough matchup. He's about 6'4", 6'5", got great speed. They just throw the ball up to him. He had a 70-yard touchdown reception last week as they cruised to a win.
Well, this is going to be how if Douglas play good defense, Arab has a hard time scoring. They're struggling on offense right now. They don't have much of a passing game, and I'm not criticizing them. They just got a young quarterback, and they've struggled in the passing game. They can run football, but they play very good defense. So if Douglas can move the football a little bit on Arab, they'll have a chance in this game. Probably the best chance they've had since they started playing them.
The Arab Knights, they've lost their last 2. They lost to Guntersville a couple of weeks ago. Then last week on the road at Madison Academy, they got down early in the game, but you had to give credit. They battled back, made it a game, had the ball at the end of the game with maybe a chance to score and get a 2-point conversion to tie it, but they lost to Madison Academy 35-27 last week. They're 3-3 overall, 2-1 in region play. Luke Hudson is their running back, their bell cow. He's been in and out of the lineup. When he's in the lineup, they're good, much better. Nick Stevens, their sophomore quarterback, like you say, not a lot in the air, but 130 yards rushing last week. But he did have a touchdown pass last week. But a young man by the name of Landon Pitt, he came off the bench last week with 99 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns. So this Arab team, they've got some young guys that's having to play major roles because some of their better players are injured right now.
And, they played Guntersville to the fourth quarter and had a chance to win. Like I said, defensively is their strong point. But if Douglas can move the football on them, I think they got a chance.
The Douglas Eagles at home tonight as they take on the Arab Knights, looking for the first win in school history over the Knights there at Arthur Jarvis Stadium. Looking at our 4A matchups this week in 4A Region 6, you've got Etowah playing at Aniana. You've got Alexandria playing at Hoax Bluff. Cherokee County, the big one tonight, number 4 Cherokee County playing number 5 Anniston down in Anniston. You've got Asheville. As we said, they're off to their best start since 1999 when they went 9-1 under John Gross. They're 4-1 playing on the road at White Plains. In 4A Region 8 play tonight, you've got Plainview. They're on the road to Gurley. They're playing Madison County. You've got Madison Academy, ranked number 7, playing number 9 North Jackson. Both teams 4-1, 3-0 in region play. And you've got Randolph, a winner over DAR last night, and St. John Paul over New Hope, 35-27. Those games played last night. Coach, I want to talk a little bit about that North Jackson and Madison Academy game. That's a big one up in Stevenson tonight at L.R.D. Hicks Stadium, as it's the 8th meeting between those two teams. North Jackson actually won the game last year, 18-12 in 2024. The Chiefs come in ranked number 9. Coach Joe Hollis, the last couple of years, has got this North Jackson team playing the way we remember North Jackson playing down through the years.
Yeah, they run the football. That's what they do best, and they must have a pretty good team. I haven't seen a lot of them, but they're 4-1 now, and they've got a Madison Academy team coming in that's 4-1. That's pretty good football team, always tough. I think this is a chance. So this will be maybe the winner in this region.
Plainview is still out there. You've got 3 teams ranked in that region, but a big one tonight because North Jackson the last 2 weeks, or the next 2 weeks, tonight and next week against Plainview, if they can win those 2 games, they can defend their region championship.
Where they play Plainview.
They go to Plainview next week. Go to Rainsville.
But they got Madison
Academy. They're at R.D. Hicks Stadium,
and
which is a tough place
to play. Yeah, believe me.
Nick Price, their junior running back, he's 6th in the state in rushing right now, 992 yards and 13 touchdowns. He's played well for this North Jackson team. For the Madison County Mustangs, of course, we talked a little bit about their game with Arab. They jumped out to an early lead. They built a 28-7 lead. But in that game, Coach, you talked about Arab with a good defense. They rushed for over 300 yards against Arab last week.
That really surprised me. I thought, but Arab was coming off a tough loss against Gunnersville, so might have had a little bad week of practice. I don't know.
Well, Charlton Owens is their sophomore quarterback, and he had an outstanding night last week, not throwing the football but running the football, 157 yards and a touchdown. Dalen Scott is their senior running back. He's had a great year for Coach Bob Godsey, 139 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. He's had a great season. Their only loss so far this year was to Mars Hill. They lost to Mars Hill in week 0, 51-27, but everybody's lost to Mars Hill.
Yes, and some others will lose to them.
So Madison Academy, a big game there at R.D. Hicks Stadium in Stevenson tonight. As Coach said, this could be for the region championship. Of course, Plainview's going to have some things to say about that, but North Jackson is hosting Madison Academy. Another big game tonight, Coach, is down in Anniston at Lott Mosby Memorial Stadium in Anniston. It's Anniston against Cherokee County. Cherokee County ranked number 4, Anniston ranked number 5. And Anniston's won 10 of these 15 matchups in the past, but Cherokee County has won 3 in a row. Anniston 5-0, and the Cherokee County Warriors are 5-1.
I saw Anniston play Hoax Bluff, and I really thought Hoax Bluff had a chance to beat them. But they just manhandled. They are so athletic and defensively they run the football. They're a pretty solid football team, so this will be a good football game.
Coach, looking at the schedule now for Anniston, they've already got wins over Asheville, Alexandria, and Hoax Bluff. They play Cherokee County tonight at home. If they get that win, their next 3 games are Etowah, Oneonta, and White Plains. To me, Anniston wins this game, they're probably the region champion this year.
They definitely be the favorites because their toughest part, it'll be over with. And, anybody can beat anybody.
Right.
But the way you see teams have played so far, you would think they'd win the rest of them.
In their region, they play the top teams. The teams at the bottom right now are on their schedule. But, again, they've got to win the game as Cherokee County comes in ranked number 4. They are the defending champion. They defeated Anniston last year 14-0. Coach Jacob Kelly, his team 5-1 on the year. Their only loss against Piedmont. They've won 5 in a row over Arab, Oneonta, Etowah, White Plains, and Shades Valley. Their tougher part of their region schedule is coming up with Anniston, Hoax Bluff, and Alexandria and Asheville to close out for Cherokee County.
Yeah, it's just the flop of the schedule, so their tougher games are down the road.
We talked about Keyshawn Woods. He's the leader for this Cherokee County Warrior team. The senior running back has 1,123 yards and 8 touchdowns on the season for Coach Jacob Kelly. And that's one thing Coach Kelly prides himself. He's a weight room warrior himself. His teams are weight room warriors. They like to run the football and be very, very physical.
And they always have a big old offensive line, and they're huge, and they wear you down. They have a good team.
But, Coach, you said the Anniston Bulldogs, they're so athletic. But Jamaris Young is their junior quarterback that stepped in and played well for Coach Rico Jackson. But Damian Pope and Jabari Williams, those 2 guys have played a lot of football at Anniston, and those are 2 of those great athletes you were talking about.
Yeah, against Hoax Bluff, and Hoax Bluff's got a good football team. They got some good players, and they just took away their pass game. They got in their face and just couldn't get off the line of scrimmage, and they're well balanced. I mean, just outstanding players. They run to the football. Defensively, they may be the best defensive team I've seen this year.
This 4A Region 6 may be the best 4A region in the state, top to bottom, because another great game in that region tonight is the Hoax Bluff Eagles. They're at home hosting Alexandria. Both teams are 4-1. Hoax Bluff, or rather Alexandria, has won 6 in a row. Last year, Alexandria upset Hoax Bluff 28-27. A last-second touchdown, an extra point, gave them the win over Coach Rob. But Hoax Bluff 4-1 on the year, 2-1 in region play. Their loss to Anniston, they bounced back with a big win over Glencoe last week, while Alexandria, their only loss was a 2-point loss to Anniston. They're 4-1, and they come off a big win over Sardis last week.
Yeah, and the big thing that Hoax Bluff's got them at home. And it's hard to win at Hoax Bluff, too. That's a tough place to play, but at least they don't have to go to Alexandria. Coach
Todd Ginn's football team, they're very balanced. Their quarterback, Cole Wheeler, last week, touchdown passes of 40, 66, and 70 yards. M.J. Morris, their sophomore running back, he had 116 rushing, 145 receiving, 5 touchdowns. They had 555 total yards offense last week, almost equally divided between run and pass, and that makes them tough.
Yeah, if you can do that, it puts so much pressure on your defense because you can't just rush the passer. Being balanced is key to your offense.
And Bryce Whitaker, he's a great player for Coach Rob. As I've said, he may be the best player in Etowah County this year. Another big night for him last week in the win over Glencoe, over 250 yards rushing with 4 touchdowns. He passed for a touchdown, and Britton Hale out of the backfield, 126 yards and 2 touchdowns, and that's one thing that Coach Rob's teams always have done. They're physical, and they can run the football.
They can run the football, and that game surprised me. I thought Glencoe would have a chance to play that, keep it close. It's been a while since they beat them. Hoax Bluff just took care of business.
So Hoax Bluff's at home hosting the Alexandria Valley Cubs tonight. Hey, make it your Friday night tradition by listening to the High School Football Scoreboard Show. You can listen on FM 105 WQSB, Power 107.5 FM, or WKXX 102.9, or you can download the app on your phone and listen wherever you are. Thanks for listening this afternoon to Game Night on Power 107.5.
Attention football fans, this season don't let slow internet make you miss a single touchdown, tackle, or triumph. With our gigabit fiber internet, you get blazing fast speeds that keep you in the game. Stream every play in crystal clear HD. Blitz through online stats and video chat with fellow fans, all with zero lag. Don't fumble your connection, score big with our unbeatable fiber service. Call FTC and get your gigabit fiber internet just in time for the big game. Stay connected, stay ahead, stay unstoppable. Visit farmerstel.com or call us at 866-638-2144. FTC, we keep you connected.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Hi, I'm Jason Simpson with Randy Jones & Associates, your local trusted choice insurance agency and proud supporter of the Aggies. We don't just work here, we live here. We know Albertville, and for over 40 years, we've been helping our neighbors protect what matters most. From your home and car to your business and future, we've got you covered with smart, affordable insurance tailored just for you. Come see us on Highway 431 in Albertville or give us a call at 256-878-3271 for your free, no obligation quote. And you know what we say, go Aggies!
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Looking for a rental car? Citywide Auto Rentals is your solution. We have 4 locations in Scottsboro, Albertville, Fort Payne, and Gadsden. Every single rental comes with unlimited mileage at no extra cost, giving you the freedom to go anywhere you want. Our process is fast and easy. Find the perfect vehicle for your next trip. Visit one of our 4 locations or go online to citywideautorentals.com.
Hey guys, it's Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner, Southern Elite Realty. It's Friday evening and time for some Friday night football. We're proud of the many years being a part of the Friday Night Scoreboard family. Be sure to slow down, come together with friends and family, and go support your team, making memories. When you think real estate, think Southern Elite Realty and Southern Elite Auctions. Check us out at mysouthernelite.com or southerneliteauctions.com. Call today and let's call it sold.
Fall savings this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Prairie Fresh boneless pork chops family pack, $2.79 a pound. Raw shrimp, peeled and deveined, 16 ounce, $7.99 each. Preferred Angus beef New York strip steak family pack, $9.99 a pound. Mandarin oranges 3-pound bag, $3.99 each. Michigan grown apples 5-pound bag, New Crop Gala or Gold, $3.99 each. Niagara drinking water 24-pack bottles, 3 for $10. Domino's Pizza 14 to 19 ounce, $4.99 each at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
And we are back on game night to kind of wrap it up today, looking at our 3A schedule for this week. You've got the Fife Red Devils ranked number 4 on the road tonight as they travel to Sylvania. We're going to talk about this game coming up in just a moment. It's the 73rd meeting between the Geraldine Bulldogs and the Collinsville Panthers, a game you can hear right here on Power 107.5 FM following game night. Brindley Mountain is playing at Asbury, and you've got Whitesburg Christian hosting Holly Pond. From 3A Region 6, the Glencoe Yellow Jackets try to bounce back after the loss to Hoax Bluff last week as they're at home hosting Weaver. It's Westbrook traveling to Ohatchee. They go down on the creek bank this week. Piedmont has been dominant in the region so far. They're on the road at Locust Fork tonight, ranked number 2. And J.B. Pennington travels down to Anniston to take on Saxon. Walter Wellborn has an open date. Coach, that big game at Collinsville tonight, 73rd meeting between the Geraldine Bulldogs and the Collinsville Panthers. Geraldine has won 38 of the 72, but the thing about this game, Geraldine's won 14 in a row. They won last year's game 41 to 27. The last time that Collinsville beat Geraldine, you have to go back to 1996 in September of 96, 33-9. Collinsville win, and that's a bit surprising.
It is surprising because, Collinsville's had some very good football teams. I remember when the kid, well, he's not a kid anymore. Was the principal.
Was the principal, Donnie Jones.
Donnie Jones played it. They were pretty good then.
Oh, yeah, that's been several years ago.
Yeah.
That's 50 years ago, Coach.
Hey, I still got a memory. I can't remember my name sometimes, but I can remember football games. But talking about Collinsville, they can score points. They're going to score. Their problem is stopping people. And I'm sure Geraldine's going to come in there a little upset. I know they had some injuries, too, and that hurt them a little bit last week, so maybe they got some of them guys back. But if Collinsville can slow them down a little bit, I think they can score on them.
Mason McAteer's passed for over 1,100 yards this year, throwing for 12 touchdowns. Gavin Lang has had an outstanding season at receiver along with Silas Adams. That's one thing that Collinsville, I think, will have to do well tonight, throw the football against this Geraldine team. Of course, we know that what Geraldine's going to do, they're going to line up and be physical and run the football.
Yeah, they're going. That's no mystery out there. They're going to run the football at you because they're very physical up front. They're big, got good size, and good running back, and they're not built to throw the football around. They're built to run it right at you and wear you down.
The 73rd meeting between Geraldine and Collinsville at Cagle Civitan Stadium at Collinsville tonight. Looking at your 2A matchups tonight, not a lot because we had 2 games last night, but you've got West End. The Patriots are on the road at Coal Springs tonight. You've got Southeastern traveling to Susamore. Only the second time those 2 Blount County teams have faced each other. Southeastern and Susamore. Susamore got the win last year.
Let's see, Southeastern, this is probably their, 10th year to have football?
I think probably 15 or 18.
Is it that moment? But, surprising they hadn't played. But, that should turn into a rival game. I don't know if it is, but Susamore has got to get it going again. Their quarterback is a good player. If they'll just give him some time, they can score some points.
Last night, Coosa Christian defeated Cleveland in 2A Region 6 play 58-13, and Falkville they won over Decatur Heritage in a non-region game, 57-16. Your matchups in 2A Region 7 tonight have Section traveling to Gaston. Sandrock has got a tough assignment. They go to Pisgah tonight to take on the Eagles. Pleasant Valley is on the road at Cedar Bluff tonight. And the surprising team in that region, North Sand Mountain, a Thundering Herd, they're open this week in 2A Region 7 play. And we'll look at 1A Region 8 tonight and the schedule there. Only 3 games because Woodville, Coach Joel Poole's team, now 5-1 on the year. They're off to their best start in school history. But a big game in this region has Spring Garden traveling to Appalachian. You've got Eider and Galesville and Raglan at Valley Head. Coach, thoughts on Spring Garden and Appalachian? 12 seniors on that football team, and I think your microphone went out again. It went out again.
Right. How about this?
That's better.
All right. Like I said, Appalachian has got 12 seniors, and that's unusual at a 1A high school. So I think they're a tough team.
I think the radio spirits are not for us today because we've had a lot of things go wrong in the program today. But when we come back, we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to send it out to the field to Barry Galloway and John Gladden and that group there at Cagle Civitan Stadium tonight. And we'll be back after this.
Attention football fans, this season don't let slow internet make you miss a single touchdown, tackle, or triumph. With our Gigabit Fiber internet, you get blazing fast speeds that keep you in the game. Stream every play in crystal clear HD. Blitz through online stats and video chat with fellow fans, all with zero lag. Don't fumble your connection, score big with our unbeatable fiber service. Call FTC and get your Gigabit Fiber internet just in time for the big game. Stay connected, stay ahead, stay unstoppable. Visit farmerstel.com or call us at 866-638-2144. FTC, we keep you connected.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Hi, I'm Jason Simpson with Randy Jones & Associates, your local trusted choice insurance agency and proud supporter of the Aggies. We don't just work here, we live here. We know Albertville, and for over 40 years, we've been helping our neighbors protect what matters most. From your home and car to your business and future, we've got you covered with smart, affordable insurance tailored just for you. Come see us on Highway 431 in Albertville or give us a call at 256-878-3271 for your free, no obligation quote. And you know what we say, go Aggies!
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Looking for a rental car? Citywide Auto Rentals is your solution. We have 4 locations in Scottsboro, Albertville, Fort Payne, and Gadsden. Every single rental comes with unlimited mileage at no extra cost, giving you the freedom to go anywhere you want. Our process is fast and easy. Find the perfect vehicle for your next trip. Visit one of our 4 locations or go online to citywideautorentals.com.
Hey guys, it's Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner, Southern Elite Realty. It's Friday evening and time for some Friday night football. We're proud of the many years being a part of the Friday Night School Board family. Be sure to slow down, come together with friends and family, and go support your team, making memories. When you think real estate, think Southern Elite Realty and Southern Elite Auctions. Check us out at mysouthernelite.com or southerneliteauctions.com. Call today and let's call it sold.
Fall savings this week at Foodland Plus in Albertville. Prairie Fresh boneless pork chops family pack, $2.79 a pound. Raw shrimp, peeled and deveined, 16 ounce, $7.99 each. Preferred Angus beef New York strip steak family pack, $9.99 a pound. Mandarin oranges 3-pound bag, $3.99 each. Michigan grown apples 5-pound bag, New Crop Gala or Gold, $3.99 each. Niagara drinking water 24-pack bottles, 3 for $10. Domino's Pizza 14 to 19 ounce, $4.99 each at Foodland Plus in Albertville.
And that's going to wrap it up. Week 7 of Game Night. 92 games are on the schedule this week, and we'll be back next week for Week 8 of Game Night. Hope you'll join us at 5:30 next Friday afternoon as we get you set for the week of high school football. Barry Galloway and John Gladden and the crew are at Collinsville. They're going to bring you the Collinsville-Geraldine game coming up next, and join Phil Harris and myself after the game tonight on the high school football scoreboard. For Dale Stallings, for Coach Jeff Milwee, I'm Jeff Allen saying good night, everyone.